Adams Oshiomhole is backing Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo's plan to publicly execute convicted kidnappers and cultists at the Ring Road roundabout in Benin City, declaring the plan will keep those who want to go into kidnapping in check. Let's watch.
The declaration by Governor of Edo State, Governor Okpebholo, that we are in a federation. Like in American Federation, every state has a right to enact laws on punishment when it comes to state offenses. So, kidnapping and murder fall within the state offenses. And he has decided, together with the House of Assembly, to replace hanging with fiery squad. What that is done, those who don't want to suffer that should not come to Edo State. So we rise to give you full support. What made diversity beautiful is when different people approach the same issue from different angles based on their own evaluation of the situation. Number two, as your senator, I supported in toto President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Governor's Forum decision to create state police, so that instead of using vigilante with old-fashioned gun, while criminals are carrying AK-47, when we have state police, Governor Monday will have the right to buy the latest AK-49 to deal with these criminals, whether they are in our bush, they are in our cities, they are in mechanic shop. Every criminal is served notice. No more lamentation. Our bush will be safe. Our farmers will be happy. I cannot fall because I was born the day God said I will be born. So don't worry. As I did here, so Mama dey alive. Oh. So, I think this is important for people to understand the full logic of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to bring real air into the concept of federation.
Well, Governor Monday Okpebholo first made this declaration, and Senator Adams Oshiomhole is fully endorsing it. Those in support say Nigerians' kidnapping crisis has reached a point where conventional deterrents have clearly failed. And if public execution make even one potential kidnapper think twice, the proposal has done its job. But critics are raising serious questions. They say compressing a criminal case in 2 or 3 weeks raises real questions about due process, the right of appeal, and wrongful conviction. Amnesty International has repeatedly warned that fast-track executions increase the risk of irreversible miscarriages of justice. The kidnapping crisis is real. The anger is justified. But here is the core question. In a country where the justice system is already under scrutiny, can we trust a 2-week trial to determine who lives or who dies at a roundabout? Rufai, good morning. Dr. Abati, good morning.
Good morning.
Ayo, good morning. I came to you, Rufai, first, because I know you want to speak on this.
At this point in time, yes, we might have to fine-tune it, but I largely agree with Governor Monday Okpebholo and Oshiomhole. This matter is more than be careful.
Yes.
So, but just the part for fast-track trial, I don't really believe that. We must be able to scrutinize them well
before they kill them, yes.
Because you have also had cases where it was when the investigation started, you saw that some people that were taken with them were just victims of circumstance.
Yes.
But if it will get to the point where you have public execution, because these people, when they kill people, they do the execution public. You see what they did to the generals.
There used to be a firing squad in
but people stopped it over the years because, you know, they said, oh, it's not a better way to do things. And everything. But we've gone back to the Wild Wild West. So the part I just want to fine-tune is going through the process effectively and ensuring that these people truly did the crime, not a fast-track trial. But if we get to that point, if they've given them execution and they've gone through the whole wrong and we fast-track the process, the thing is, it should be done publicly at this point in time.
The execution.
Because when these people also do their execution, they do it publicly.
They put it on social media.
They put it on social media.
Yeah.
So if they can do the same, let us also shock their own ecosystem with this. Oji, in this country where they are already capped, where, what's it called? Kidnappers and terrorists are going on Hajj pilgrimage.
Yeah.
You are going on Hajj pilgrimage and you're coming back to kill people. What God are you serving?
Right.
What are you deceiving yourself? And that guy was correct. So is it that the state government will say they don't know about it? The guy on Trust TV that said state government sponsors some of these bandits was correct. And please, we should now ask who supported them.
Right.
The state governor involved has a lot of story to say. See, the governor of Katsina has not told us what transpired with Rabi.
All right.
He just said diabetes and all of that, which has been debunked.
All right. Now, Nigerians remain sharply divided over the First Lady's Akara controversy. But presidential spokesman Sunday Dare is defending her in a new interview, sharing his own story to back up the First Lady's remarks, declaring that his mother sold Akara and bananas to train him, and that he personally carried bananas on a tray on his head to markets in Jos. Let's take a look.
You must not miss a point. Our point is that whatever it is, try and do something. Have some level of entrepreneurial skill. Sheon, look at me. Wherever I am today, my mother sold Akara. Wherever I am today, my mother sold bananas. I carry bananas on the tray in my head to markets in Jos Plateau State. My mother sold oranges. And through that, they were able to train me. What is wrong with that? If that was right 60 years ago, what is wrong with that now? Because it's about what capital you have. When you grow these small businesses, you start small. Go and read Dangote's story. Go and read Dangote's story, where he started from. He also started like a trader. So the point she is making is, whatever it is, be engaged in some kind of enterprise.
Well, I know you spoke on this story, but you know, Nigerians online are asking one key question. Can small businesses truly survive in today's economy? Well, D1 comedian puts that to the test, interviewing an Akara seller who started with 12,000 naira, made 5,000 naira profit in one day, and says 30,000 naira could help us scale up. Let's take a look.
So wait, how much do they make for this Akara business?
I do make up to 5,000 naira out of the business.
5,000 one day for profit?
Yes. Like
So
the one I did today now, all my expenses was 12,000 naira, but I was able to gain 5,000 naira on top of it. So everything that I sold today was 17,000 naira. If you give me 20,000 or 30, I can use it to move on with it.
No. You mean if you have 30,000, you go and start this business afresh for another place?
I'll use it and start it afresh from another place.
30,000.
Get one pint of beans, get groundnut oil, 5 liters, then get other things. I can be able to do it.
Wow. And this business so from that 30,000 now, you can see profit of at least 5,000 when you sell?
Yes. If I stay in a better place, that legs are moving, that where customers can come and buy, you will make it when you are selling. And I sell per one 15 naira.
Wow, this is the trending story, Dr. Abati. Over to you. You know you didn't speak on Friday. That's why I'm giving you the floor really quickly.
No time,
yes.
So I kept my thoughts to myself.
Yes.
Now, very quickly, there is a lot of creativity, a lot of humor that has surrounded this subject. Again, showing how Nigerians can be very creative. In fact, this morning, somebody sent me a form online, National Akara Sellers Association, and asked me if I would like to join, that the form is
Why
just
you
2,000.
Like,
you know, the point of it is, Sunday Dare is right.
Yes.
There are many big men in this country today who were brought up by their mothers. Some of them were widows through petty trading, whether it is akara or it is plantain or it is kulikuli or it is agbado. The story by D1 comedian, whether it is a skit or it is a true story, you know, again illustrates the main point.
It does illustrate the main point,
about
yes.
the value of the dignity of labor,
yes,
the value of micro and small scale businesses.
Correct.
Now, but because the First Lady used the word akara, people did not see the sense, the value behind it, particularly for people who grew up and their parents never had to go and buy akara by the roadside, or who did not even, there will be young people in this country who have never tasted kuli. But you know, all these businesses, the way they package kuli now,
yes,
it's a very profitable business.
It is.
The way they package akara or mai. Okay, what will you say to the women in a place called Osu on the way to Ife, where there is big akara business? So it's about scaling, giving people opportunity. So there have been many dimensions to it.
There are many.
So it's not enough to just dismiss it. But it's about dignity of labor. It's about small and micro scale businesses. And Mrs. Tinubu providing support in that regard. I don't think that she meant...
she must be commended for that. She must be commended for providing... people. For providing support.
As for this economy, there are people who are still getting grants and are surviving, and they get opportunity to
Like I said, she was speaking in terms of her empowerment program.
Is this not a pattern that close to an election cycle, throw money at them? We had trader money before. I want to understand the needs-based assessments that governments or even initiatives like Renewed Hope Initiative do to see if this is the critical need of the Nigerian woman. So it's tokenism. And they give them, does this solve the problem? Does it help them? We don't know. We are still talking about 1960. My mother did this, my mother did that. One of the challenges I have is that we lack critical thinking, and that's why we don't move forward as a nation.
Giving grants?
Leave that to the local government chair. Leave that to the local government chair.
Okay, so she shouldn't give grants to local government chair.
She's a former senator. She can do better.
She shouldn't do that. Okay. What about quickly?
A lot of people are missing the Akara conversation. This is just pure tokenism and looking down on people. Oji, let's flip the scripts. Why is it that you can't make a country in such a way that the barest minimum too can give 1 or 2 billion in grants to people? Why is it the tokenism of Akara looking down on people, not appreciating the fact that there's ingenuity and skill? And also, how about better ideas like rethinking the bean ecosystem? You are talking Akara today, you're talking about Usu, frying
Akara should be seen as a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Wait, Dr. Abati. You're talking about Akara. Wait, you are talking about...
It's a metaphor.
Wait, can I land on this point? Would you guys let me land on this point? You are talking about Akara, people frying a mass in Usu. Wait till the Chinese people disrupt that your Akara ecosystem. And they will sell the package Akara back to you. That's what we are talking about. People should think of critical thinking and skill. Let's keep deceiving ourselves. The
First Lady, I watched the entire clip, and I must reiterate, she was speaking about her empowerment program. And she had empowered people of the lower demographic. And that's all it is, really, at this point.